All right, today we're going to do a quick video of a bit of an unboxing, a semi-unboxing, I guess. I would have preferred to have unboxed the Hit the Beach box set by Flames of War, because that's just an amazing box set. But that came out just before I started shooting videos. So here, today, just today, I picked up this. This is World War II, the complete starter set. I like that name. In jest, it feels very incomplete to me, but that's just different. World War II is the renaming of the Team Yankee game. See, Team Yankee, the name Team Yankee isn't a bad name if you know about the book Team Yankee and about the Cold War, because Team Yankee is just, well, the United States called their various combat teams, and Yankee is the NATO alphabet for the letter Y. So on a scale of A to Z, they were Team Y, right? Well, World War III is more, it's universal. It's a universal name. So they went with, and that's the thing. I noticed all the books now have more universal titles. They're not so pretty. You used to have really cool names like Iron Maiden and Stripes and Red Thunder. What you have now is just the name of the country the book's going to come from. But this is the starter set. It's about the same size as the starter set you'd expect for any kind of Warhammer 40k box or getting into any kind of starting tabletop war game. You know how much those cost, right? Guess how much this costs. Guess. Give it a good long guess. You know what starter sets cost. Go on. All right. 50 United States dollars. 50. I have seen, what was it? The Sisters of Battle box set from Warhammer 40k was like 210 bucks. Yeah, you could get 4 of these for the price of that one box set. And if you did that, you would actually have a pretty complete starter set for World War III. That's why I mentioned Hit the Beach first, is because Hit the Beach is a complete war game. You can play it out of the box. It's actually really good. If you buy 2 of them, you certainly have like great options, and when you start adding from there, you can do so almost on a budget and still have a good army you could actually bring to tournament and win. World War III, what we have in the box here, let me just flip it over for a second so you can see. This is the advertised back end. Waga. So here's what you get, and literally it's what it is. You get 3 Abrams tanks, 2 M60 tanks. I'm going to laugh at that since the M60, I know from experience, is a Horde tank. It is. And then 2 Bradleys. So yeah, I have a plastic Bradley on me. Yay. On the Russian side, you get 3 T-64s, 4 T-80s, and it explains that over here, the one of them is a command vehicle, so however from there. And then 2 BMP-3 Scouts. I need to compare the stats of the BMP against the stats of the BMP-1. The reason I like using the BMP-1 as a scout is because it's really fast compared to the other BMPs. I hope this one does not slow down. It probably has some other feature that makes it awesome, but oh well. So here's what you're supposed to get in the box. And that's why I kind of laughed at the name, complete starter set, because I know what a complete starter set for a World War III would look like. You'd probably have some, infantry companies falling around, like, 3 times as many Bradleys. You'd have, like, at least 3 more Abrams. You have 10 of these boys, and you'd have a shit ton of Soviet tanks. That's what World War III would look like, especially if you're doing the full to gap scenario, which is central to the Team Yankee game, and is what the World War III game I have in my hands right now is based on. So let's flip this over and unbox the sucker. It's quasi-unboxing, as you can tell. I've already knocked off the cellophane, but this is what's in the box. So I put off. The box is literally just made of cardstock. It's like a packing cardboard. The same thing you have like a bottle of medicine or something like that be made out of. It's not very sturdy. Over here, oh, dice. You got a lot of dice too, and they're really cool colors. You get like the shining blue. They could probably also double for French, and the red and gold Soviet colors, which weirdly enough, that could probably also double for like Imperial Britain. Oh well. So I guess you can use these dice in your 100 Years War games as well. Maybe you'll have more than one reason to buy more than one box. So inside, oh, they're color coded. So the drab ones, you got 3 T-64s. 4 T-80s. I kind of like the hexagonal shape. Well, it's more like an octagon. Yeah, octagonal shape they put on the T80s. And those look like a later T80. It's got like the flaps in the front and everything. So this is like not a wussy T80. It's like a badass T80. Maybe the stats reflect that. I haven't seen the stats yet, so we're going to find out. I recognize these boys. These are Abrams. You can tell by the shovel-shaped turret. These are M60s. You can recognize the M60s because they have like a boat. The M60's hull kind of has this round thing on the bottom, and if you go look at a real M60 in real life, they have that. The bottom hull, it looks like it's designed to go through water or something. And so here's your M60s. I actually am much more appreciative of the Bradley kit than anybody would think. I like Bradleys. Bradleys are not an amazing tank, but they do their job pretty well. It's really sad. You see the Pentagon War thing. I think that was a unique case with the Bradley. We ended up getting a decent vehicle out of the Bradley, even though what we really needed was like a bigger, badder version of the M113. But oh well. Here's what we have with 2 Bradleys. As a scout unit, you'll probably want to get a box of Bradleys to be a troop transport as opposed to relying upon Bradleys from the starter set. If you're going to go infantry, get the box of Bradleys that's coming out soon. And then here's the BMP3. I know jack shit about the BMP3 really, so I guess I'll learn about the BMP3 as we go. Here's the real reason I got this box set. I love these. We gotta come with the cards too. I love these micro rule books. World War III Team Yankee that adds the name underneath it now. Oh, it's a little bit chipped on the corner there. But yeah, this is actually the full rule book. Team Yankee does not have army lists inside the rule book. It did when it first came out because Soviets and Americans were all they thought they were going to need to build. Although this is Battlefront's most popular game right now. So we also, American, that's what the American book looks like. I bought the American book when it came out recently. The Soviet book's coming out soon. I want to buy that one too, just for reasons. It's going to be a very good Soviet book. They're adding a lot of Soviet gear to that one. The British book's been out for a while. It was the first thing they released. They released it before they released the starter set. How hilarious is that, right? West German. So the West Germans are getting their righteous due. I heard about this and I'm kind of mad at it. Warsaw Pact. Instead of making like different... They could have made the Warsaw Pact book 2 Warsaw Pact books. They could have made like the Iron Curtain where it's like East Germany and Czechoslovakia. And then they could have made like the Slaves to Darkness where it's like Poland and like Hungary or Romania. Because then you get like the guys who are kind of loyal to the regime and then the guys who are kind of hard up in a different book. That'd be great. NATO forces, that's going to be fun. They're still including the Anzacs, Middle East. I have the, it's called Free Nations in the original Team Yankee, and I have the Oil Wars. I'm probably going to, if they improve the Middle East book, I'm probably going to buy the Middle East book because war in the Middle East has been with me all my life. And so it's a very interesting topic for me to look into and model into war game. It has the usual things you expect at the back end of a Team Yankee book. What do you know? And the quick start is literally the back cover. That's nice. Sorry, the quick reference. Quick reference is literally the back cover. That's very nice. So, go here. The plastic sprues are Soviet commanders. Even though that one guy's doing like a Heil Hitler looking thing, he's a Soviet commander. Yeah. Now I got 2 of those. So we get 2 Soviet commander sprues. That's 12 guys total. You don't need that many. You just need it for like the lead tank in each formation. Oh, they got resin guys for the NATO side. Okay, you get 2 sprues worth of NATO commanders. This is the bottom of the box. Before I touch this, I noticed something. We've got American objectives you can actually cut out, which is hilarious. They used to just make objective markers. I think they still will, but they're providing them as like a graphic on the inside of the box. On the opposite side, I guess this, you got Soviets on the opposite side. What do you know? There's I think there's more Soviet tokens than there are American tokens. Makes sense because in your average game of World War III / Team Yankee, you're going to see a lot of dead Soviet tanks. Start here. Let's see what we got here. This is unique. This is not a real formation. Looking at it right now, this is just designed so you can play what's in the box out of the box. It gives you the chance to play with more, because in the box you'd get to play with 1 command tank, right? 2 more Abrams, 2 more M60s, and 2 M3A2 Bradleys. By all means, pay for the bigger, badder Bradleys, please. Thank you. My idea of playing with this kind of force would be to get additional Abrams, because running 2 by themselves is stupid. Might as well run 3. And then running 4 Pattons. But honestly speaking, this looks like a holdover list. You might as well just go get the American book and, play a real force. That's what I got to say about this box set. They're not really playable armies out of the box. It is a great collection of tanks in 15mm, and it's cheap as all hell. I mean, I pulled out how many sprues? That many sprues in Games Workshop, that's easily $300 worth of Games Workshop equivalent sprues. Yeah, I'm looking at a total of 16 total sprues there for 16 vehicles. Yeah, that would break the bank in a lot of different other games, but not this one. So looking at it, yeah, this is nice, I guess. We've seen the stats. I mean, I got the American books. I know what the M3 Bradley's stats are like. And it looks good, too, for like an infantry fighting vehicle. It's a pretty nice fighting vehicle. It's got assembly guides. All right, here's where we're at. There's a piece of plastic in there. Breakthrough Tank Battalion. Yeah. This also is not a real list. It's designed for you to play what's on the box. Although, my God, you have expansion options, since Soviet units go up to 10 instead of up to 4. Unless they're a scout platoon. I guess a scout platoon's max out at 4 for some reason. T-80 tank. Here's why we all looked at this box. 22 points for 3 of them. So it's an expensive tank, but not too bad. 20 front armor. 10 side armor. ERA and infrared, so it does not have thermal. Okay, making a note of that. And has the rules advanced stabilizer, just like the T-64. Has brutal, so the main gun is designed to blast infantry just as well. Has a laser rangefinder, that's nice. I think everything has a laser rangefinder in this game for the most part. Unless you're playing with like outdated equipment like you do in the Middle East, because the Middle East is fun that way. And it's got a 22 anti-tank on both its missile and its gun, so it's not like the T-64 where you're paying a little bit in anti-tank to shoot longer with the missile. No, it's the same power and distance. That is nice. I still like the T-64 tank for all its, because these stats are kind of what you expect, almost. I mean, those are good stats. This is freaking amazing. This pretty much makes this tank is the Russian M1 Abrams, essentially, the T-80 tank. So it's a very tough boy. Assembly guides, boring looking Soviet paint jobs. There's a couple of different examples of Soviet green out there. Just go look at photographs and pick one that's right for you. Oh, we get to see what's in the Soviet book. Instructions on how to build a T-80 tank battalion, T-64 tank battalion, T-72 tank battalion, and all of its different versions. T-62M tank battalion, T-55AM tank battalion, BMP motor rifle battalion, probably with the option to build all 3 kinds of BMP too. BTR-60, ha 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 ha. If they'd only have an upgrade to 80, BTR-80s are actually really good. Afghansy Air Assault Battalion. It'd be funny if they made an Afghansy Ground Assault Battalion. They had the BTR-80. That would be great. Or a T-80 Shock Tank Company. So there's a different organization for this T-80 Shock Tank Company. So the Russians are getting a special T-80 battalion on top of the fact that they're getting, the T-80. So the Soviet book's going to be nice and gritty there. We also now have plastic frog foots and plastic Apaches. So if you're in the American side, having the plastic Paladins and the plastic Apaches, and then also there's that light attack company in here. Your Humvees are transports. That's so real. Ever since like 2001, I swear it, American infantry have gotten where they've gone in a Humvee. So you can just build those up as standard Humvees and go play Generation Kill for all you care, or go relive some memories, however it comes out for you. But yeah, and then of course in the back it just shows the army deals. Those army deals are really, really fat when you get them. I think they go for like $120, something like that, the army deals that have the reasonable army in there. But they're a nice big fat force. And any of those would mix well with what you have here. Instead of buying multiples of this, you might as well buy one of these and then buy like boxes you like or starter sets you like. I'm the kind of guy who likes to pick up the rule books, decide which army he wants to play, and then go buy that army. I don't like buying box sets and then jumping into the game. Always turns out bad for me. It's more of a nice starter than a good starter. But it is a fun, I mean, for $50 you can't like shake a stick at it. If you're buying these 15mm tanks for any other purpose besides playing Team Yankee, it's a good grab. I would have preferred they build their starter set a little bit differently, like focus on like they could have focused on anything else, but they have it like spread amongst 3 different models. It has more of the feel of a variety set than it does like have solid focus to it. So yeah, if you are into modern warfare, go out and buy yourself a box. This will be great to have vehicles for your any game like Force on Force or things like that. But other than that, yeah, it's also great for getting into Team Yankee. Although I'd prefer to get the company starter set for the nation you've picked. Hope you enjoyed this. This is what comes in the box, and have fun playing Team Yankee should you get a hold of this.